and welcome, guys. I'm Langy, Langy, for those of you wondering, and welcome into the Kodiak Broncos Podcast. We just got big news today regarding updates with Courtland Sutton and his contract situation. So I'm going to be talking about that today. Let's get right into it. So first of all, a lot of this is based off of what people who were actually there have said. Like, I was not there, so I couldn't make my own observations. But the media is finally at training camp today. Yesterday was when all the Broncos officially had reported. Yesterday was when everybody, got into the building or whatever. But the media was actually at practice today. They will be at practice tomorrow, and the gates open for fans on Friday as well. So we just got a big update regarding Courtland Sutton. I think a lot of people are speculating in the media what this means. So Courtland Sutton, by accounts of what has been said on 104.3, now take whatever you want about 104.3, say whatever you want about them, but they were there and I was not. So this is based on what they had said. Courtland Sutton, what did he do today? He ran routes, he reported, he did like the wide receiver drills or whatever. But one thing that's crucial that he did not do is he did not participate in 7-on-7. So it seems like there is a bit of a hold-in situation going on here. And I'm just going to let this clip play so you guys can see, Courtland Sutton running a nice little route here. But, yeah, overall, Sean Payton did downplay this in his press conference, but something to monitor. Sutton is present and doing individual drills, though that's a good sign that there's positive behind-the-scenes talk happening. I'm not sure about that one because, listen. He's doing individual drills, but he's not participating in 7-on-7. And, for a guy that watched Tim Patrick blow out his ACL and blow out his Achilles in the first practice of camp in back-to-back years, I could understand him being like, hey, man, we're not going to risk it. We're not going to risk it, especially with all this contract stuff going on. So, yeah, overall, once again, nobody took a picture of like him just not being there in the individual or the 7-on-7 drills. And today was a much more run-heavy based day. But yes, he did not participate. And Zach Stevens from DMVR did report that Courtland Sutton was officially at the first practice of Broncos training camp. Cameron Parker, who I am going live with at 7:30 tonight on MHRT Network on the Mainly Broncos show, seems to think that there are things headed in a positive direction here for Courtland Sutton in Denver. But Mike Kliss says Sean Payton had said there's a number of guys being worked on. We're going to ask me about a few contracts, and they're all being worked on. It's something we would never discuss to the media. And those guys are getting work done. It was good communication, and I'm going to leave it at that. So, if you guys want to hear that soundbite, it seems like Sean Payton was taken a little aback by what had been asked of him today. When Kliss was like, "Hey, man," when Kliss had asked that question about the contracts. So let's listen.
Situation there, coach. Like he was out there, but didn't do a whole lot.
No, he did. He was. Look, there's a number of guys. You're going to ask me about a few contracts. They're all, being worked on. Something we really would never discuss with you. And those guys are getting work done. So
you'll notice that Kliss was like, hey, man, like it didn't really seem like Courtland Sutton was doing a lot out there. And then Sean Payton's like, no, he was, but still, I don't know. Something just didn't feel right to me about like this whole thing today. Let's listen to Rachel V. Hill. This is another great Broncos follow. If you guys do not know, I don't remember exactly who she reports for, but regardless, I am going to play what she has to say about Courtland Sutton here right now.
Sutton, who we know is looking for a contract extension, was out here. He reported on Tuesday, and he went through stretches and a couple of drills. But when it came to 7-on-7, we did not see him out there. Now, this might be something he's talking about when it comes to his agent, saying, we'll report, make sure we don't get fined. That's helpful. But we're not going to participate in any of these other drills until we get something done.
All right, so that's basically three people, Stokely, Zach, and Rachel V. Hill, who were all, or Stokely, Philip Lindsay, and V. Hill. Sorry, my brain was wrapped in 2018 when it was Stokely and Zach. Regardless, so it was Zach and Phil today who basically initially had said to the public that, hey, not really sure what's going on here, and then Rachel V. Hill just said this as well. So here's what Courtland Sutton's camp is looking for. I think the best comp for Courtland Sutton is a guy like Calvin Ridley or Stephon Diggs, but, I mean, I don't even know why Diggs got this contract. It's ludicrous for what he offers now in his career, but, yeah. So, overall, I'm just going to try to show you. I think Courtland Sutton's camp is looking for something in the midst of this range. And I think that we have been more than fair to Courtland Sutton. I think that he's been more than fair to us. But it is noted, and it has been reported that the team did say that, hey, man, you ball out with a rookie quarterback, you do your thing, and we're going to give you a healthy contract extension next year. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what those preemptive talks looked like, but keep in mind, they did give him a mini extension last year right before the season began. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to try to find Courtland Sutton best I can. All right, here we go. All right, so $20 million cap hit this upcoming year. It's not about this upcoming year. It's about 2026 and 2027 and beyond. Because Courtland Sutton, he's one of those guys that this is kind of his last year to cash in. And, he's caught 18 touchdowns the past 2 years, so he should be looking to cash in. I love Courtland Sutton. He's been voted captain for a reason. He's one of those guys that even had the Broncos won during the dark ages, and he got 0 targets. He was never going to go to the media. He was never going to say anything to the press. He was never going to complain on Twitter, unlike another Broncos wide receiver who a lot of fans seem to sympathize with for today for whatever reason, who is no longer on the team. Not going to mention who it is, but yeah, overall, so I get it. I get every angle from this. I get every angle, and once again, I think we have been more than fair to Courtland Sutton. I think what he provides is pretty good, and it's still notable because his role in the offense is still very, very important. Especially because we don't even know who the wide receiver 2 is going to be, whether it's Dele, Franklin, Mims, or Pat Bryant, who takes the most snaps behind Sutton this upcoming year. And yeah, I think we are more equipped to be without Sutton if something were to happen to him, knock on wood, than we were the past 2 years. I don't even want to see what our offenses would have looked like without him the past 2 years. But yeah, overall, it's getting a little murky. So that's basically the one update I have on Courtland Sutton. And once again, these are from sources that were at practice. Unfortunately, I was not there. Broncos credential me if you're listening. But yeah, I would like to hear what you guys think in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys next time. Mile High Salute.